what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Transformers action figure review on the Rise of the Beast Voyager class Battletrap from the Studio Series number 99, and I am very excited about this movie. Once again, you've heard me rant and rave, and I am just really excited. Loving what I'm seeing so far, and this is one that I was really looking forward to, probably the one that I've been looking forward to the most out of the recent releases, or the three. Anyway, on the side, you can see Battletrap number 99. On the back, you can see both modes, 30 steps to transform, and then on the other side, there's Battletrap on the top. It says Transformers, Rise of the Beast, not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. But first, if you're trying to get your Transformers figures, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's Battletrap. I know it's not Rat Trap, but I still had to say Battletrap. Try it, it's fun. But this figure, anyway, looks really good. I actually like both modes. I do have frustrations with the figure, though, for sure. We are going to get into that. But first, let's get a closer look at Battletrap in his alt mode. First off, we get the same old backdrop situation that we get with most of these Studio Series, or all of these Studio Series figures. This looks like where the planetarium used to be in San Francisco. Is that right? Is this shot even supposed to be from San Francisco? It may not be. But looking closer at Battletrap over here, I gotta say, even after transforming it a couple of times, I did have frustrations with the transformation, which we'll get into in a little bit. But sticking with the aesthetics for the moment, you can see we have some nice deco over here, and I do like the design of this tow truck. I think it looks really badass. Could use some paint on the wheels right over here on the rims, you know, maybe some dirt. I love the dirt that they added to the grill right there. That looks great. Or this is the grill anyway. Sorry, this is the bumper. But yeah, that looks really nice. Is it technically not a bumper because bumpers are only for cars, right? Anyway, yeah, you can see some more nice detailed paint applications right over here. I like the silver. Stripes look pretty solid. Love the translucent orange. That looks great how you can see right through from one side to the other in there. That's neat. And then you have your emergency lights right over here, which I didn't push in all the way. And yeah, man, I just have a hard time getting this guy transformed. There's just like something always in the way right over here, and I messed with this for so long. We'll get into the transformation in a little bit. That was giving me a hard time a little bit earlier, but I think this looks pretty solid, aside from seeing the hands sticking out right over there. That bugs me. So not too bad though, man. I like, you know, we get the horn right over here. Some nice details, deco on both sides with the Bernies. So yeah, I do like it, and I do like this mace right over here. Some nice looking taillight paint applications. So nice details. I do like the aesthetics of the figure. It looks good. But again, the functionality does bother me. Now, it will roll, but the clearance is just so damn close, man. Like, the margin of error over here. Nope, it's a slider. Yeah, I'm going to call it a slider. If I don't have all four wheels rolling, I dub those sliders. Now, to measure out this new Voyager class figure, you can see that it stands only at about 2.5 inches tall, and you're looking at about 5 to 6 inches across, whether or not you want to include that mace over there. And for a couple size comparisons while still in alt mode, we have our tow truck next to our regular truck right over here. Optimus Prime from the Transformers Bumblebee movie, also a Voyager class figure. This is significantly smaller, isn't it? I feel like it is. We'll compare their robot modes later on. Then for a proper tow truck comparison, we have Battletrap and Long Arm, which was in the first Bayformer movie, but I love this figure. I've held on to it this whole time, and I still think it's a great figure. I do like it, and you can see the size difference, between 2007 and 2023? Yeah, fairly significant change in the size of these figures. So the instructions have this going from robot to alt mode, so we're going to transform this thing backwards with every single step, but I will need help, so will you take us away, Bumblebee? Alright, step 31, which is technically not a step, it's just adding the mace right over here and porting that on there. So we're going to go ahead and take that off and put that aside. And step 30 is just getting this all tabbed in right here, which I have consistently had a problem with. So yeah, that's a bummer, but I can get this up right here. Step 29, we're untabbing here and swinging around on both sides. Step 28, yeah, 27, 26, 25, 24. Make sure this is out of the way. And we have step 23, moving these up. Step 22, removing these right here, which while you're putting those in place, very tricky to do. Make sure everything's lined up. You have these little grooves right over here to keep an eye out for. So make sure you keep an eye out for these little tabs right here that go in right over there. Step 21, tabbing to the front. 20. I guess 19 is the part where you're supposed to really tab this in here. Kind of combine steps 21 and 22 together. Oopsie. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Now this is going to have to tab in right here. There's a little tab on the inside right here. Don't try to connect the head to the tab up here. Nope, you're looking for this little black piece going into that gray tab. Then 11 is really pulling all of this down forward. 12 is just untabbing. 10, 9, number 9. 8, and this will tab in here on the back. That will make a clicking sound, or you'll feel, come on, tab. There we go. It's tabbed. Oop, untabbed. There we go. Number 8 is tabbed in. My thumb's stuck. Got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're tabbing in those yellow tabs into the yellow plastic on the back. And now we have Battletrap in his robot mode, and I really do like this robot mode. There are quite a bit of sculpted details throughout on this thing that just really pop for me. I got a lot of things going on here that I enjoy, but then there are some things that I am a little bit disappointed by, and we'll get into that in a moment. So let's just get a closer look. So I want to talk about this mace accessory first before anything else, because I like it and I hate it all at the same time. First off, the sculpt and design of it looks awesome. I do like the silver paint, and I am happy with it, and I did cut my thumb. If you want him holding it in just a hand, it ports right in like so, and you just clasp it together like that, and there you go. One thing that's kind of frustrating about the figure, though, to be honest with you, is that he doesn't come with any guns. Oh, there's also storage for this, but like you see him in the trailer, you know, shooting away, and I wish he'd come up with or they included a legit blaster. There's a little port right over here in the back, and you're supposed to tab this right into that. And I usually have a hard time with it, but because the camera's on, it just worked out beautifully. Even with shaking it, it's not falling off. Oh, so what you do for a blaster is you could like swing this all the way out right here, and now he's going pew pew. I think that's kind of lame, to be honest with you. I wish they had a real blaster former. I guess you could fold that in if that looks a little better. Alright, man, one of my favorite things about this figure is this frickin' head sculpt. Look at those paint applications. Wow, really accurately placed deco right there under the eyes. The face just looks so awesome on this thing. I love that gunmetal gray. The contrast with the orange looks so freaking good. The details, man, the applications just look great on here. I just really like it a lot, man. I'm so happy with that. I prefer having light piping added to it, but it still looks really good to me, and I'm going to forgive it this time because I'm just so pleased with the way this head sculpt came out. I also really like the design of this figure. I don't know, it has a little bit of that Constructicon kind of vibe, and again, seeing the dirt wear right over here on the front for the cowcatcher. Is that what it is? Cowcatcher? I called it a bumper. You probably already wrote your comment correcting me, huh? Comment correcting person, you. Anyway, on the side you can see more orange, and yeah, the backpack isn't bad on this one at all. I think it works out pretty well. Getting it tabbed into place. It took me a second to realize that these had to be shifted upward first to do that. And then looking at the arm right over here. These, I know the transformation says to leave it like this, but I do prefer leaving them out like that. Just makes the arm a bit more streamlined. And then here's looking at the back. You can see there's a culo port right in there if you want to plug that in. And then you can see the legs. Man, I think this looks great. I love all these little details. You know what this could have used was more silver dry brushing throughout. I would have liked to have had that. I'm even thinking about customizing mine a little bit. Man, I love those knee pads. That looks really good. Almost looks like cleats right there. Legs look pretty solid. I love how it changes up with some silver paint right over there. Looks good. There's your Battletrap toesies, and then no peg holes, of course, at the bottom of the feet. I really do like the articulation on this figure. You can turn the head side to side very easily. A little bit of head wobbling with that ball joint. You look up a little bit and downward a little bit. A little bit that is from our untransforming it, so that doesn't really count, but you can untransform to get him to look down a little bit further. No butterfly joints, but you can move the shoulders outward, forward, a full 360, and you have a bicep swivel up there. You could also move the shoulder pads around a little bit if you want to. Single jointed elbows right over there, and then no articulation for the wrists. You do get a waist swivel, hips move outward all the way, and he will kick forward, back, upper thigh cut, and then great single jointed knees that do bend in more than the 90-degree mark, and then the ankles will move down due to transformation, of course, and there is ankle pivot. Now to measure out this Battletrap while in his robot mode, you can see he does stand at about 6.5 inches tall, maybe a little taller than that. Then for some size comparisons, here's Battletrap next to our Studio Series Transformers Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. They are not the same exact height. Were they the same exact height in the trailer? I can't remember off the top of my head. For right now, I'm going to say this is close enough. My opinion might change. Then here's Battletrap next to my Rise of the Beasts Air Razor, which I have not reviewed yet. I will review her next week. Stay tuned for that review, but I'm happy with it so far. And here's Battletrap once again next to Long Arm, and you can see how much shorter he is next to this figure right here. So while his alt mode was a little bit larger, yeah, you are getting a substantial amount of figure with this one. And then here's our Voyager class Battletrap next to our deluxe class Rat Trap. Are we gonna see Rat Trap in the movie? He is my second favorite character. He was my first favorite for a while until, you know, Dinobot's storyline saw its course, you know, then, oh man, yeah, all about Dinobot. Before Dinobot, Rat Trap was my favorite. Who's your favorite Beast Wars character? I do want to know. Let me know in the comment section below. And then here's Battletrap next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, guy, whoa, yeah, that's a scary weapon over there. Oh, hey, luckily I got this helmet on, so nothing can hurt. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to show some love by hitting that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. I do have other Transformers reviews coming to the channel. I have the Air Razor, I also have Masterpiece Trailbreaker on the way, and I have some third-party aerial bots I need to talk about on the channel, which are very interesting stuff. So yeah, stick around. If you don't like those reviews, I'm sorry, but I still like posting my Marvel Legends reviews. I have a whole bunch of Marvel Legends reviews coming to the channel as well, so stay tuned for those. Anyway, this figure right here, I really like it. I had a lot of frustration with the transformation. That's my least favorite part about the figure, is just making sure everything was tabbed in for that alt mode, but the robot mode looks so damn sick. Like, the robot mode is my favorite of the two modes. The alt mode still looks really cool to me though, so I'm not hating on that alt mode or the way it looks. It's just like the design. I think it's the way the feet look and the way it's not as fluid, or it doesn't feel as solid as I'd like it to. Maybe I did something wrong. You probably wrote your comment, you know, giving me your pointers and everything already, which is fine because I need some help. So I want to know what you think. But anyway, the figure itself, I do like it a lot. I'm really happy with it. The robot mode is just astounding to me, and that just makes me really, really happy, and I love the head sculpt. I'm looking forward to the movie so damn much. I would almost want to buy a second one to get it customized, but for right now, as it is, at the price point around, oh man, it cost me around 35 to 40 bucks. I know it's not cheap, man, but I've been stoked about it, and I'm gonna give it a Sun rating of I love it! And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. These things are steep, but I love my Transformers, and as a consumer, I'm happy with the purchase. You know, what else can I tell you? I would like to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.